Dear Chelsea fans, the Premier League fixtures are out. Even as the Club World Cup is going on in the United States, the list for the fixtures for the Premier League has been released, and the first 5 games for Chelsea to play are just starting with the home fixture with Crystal at home to Crystal Palace, and then going on to take on Fulham, West Ham, and Brentford, and finishing up with an away fixture against Manchester United. So that's for the first 5 away fixtures. Don't worry, later on today, we'll be looking at all the 38 games that Chelsea will be playing this season. That's 2025-2026 season. So you don't want to miss that. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you're notified when that live stream is ready to go, so you can join me up on the channel. So what do you think about these fixtures? How do you think Chelsea would fare going into these 5 games? Now, there's nothing so far for me to look at and say, yeah, Chelsea will go in, absolutely smash Crystal Palace, absolutely put 6 goals past West Ham, put an additional 5 past Fulham, bury Brentford in goals, and go on to trash Manchester United 8-0. There's nothing to say that. There's nothing at all this transfer window to say that. The only transfer of note has been Liam Delap, signed from Ipswich Town for £30 million. That was his buyout clause. So I've said it that he is a player with a high ceiling, top talent, 12 goals for a relegated side in Ipswich Town. But the certain challenges that he faces, the certain levels of development he has to hit before you can confidently say, yes, he's that guy to take the team forward. Wingers, we still have issues with wingers. Pedro Neto, Madueke are very, very decent players, but they still have their challenges. In midfield, Cole Palmer is just the most important player, but his struggles still abound. We could even see it in this Club World Cup. Of course, he will have his moments, but we need Cole Palmer. Chelsea needs Cole Palmer to be back in his imperial best. You look at the goalkeeping situation, still not yet solved. Mike Mignon could have been signed, but what did we get? A whole lot of PR nonsense, in my opinion. For instance, I wanted to get Mike Mignon. Oh, we're no longer getting Mike Mignon. Well, we don't want to pay Club World Cup tax, whatever that means. That left for Lawrence Stewart and Paul Winstanley to, explain to us. Then the next talk was we're comfortable with the 4 goalkeepers we have. Then suddenly we hear Petrovic to be loaned or even sold. Doesn't make the Club World Cup list. And now went on to hear, Robert Sanchez help Chelsea win, help Chelsea save 9 points. And now how about the gazillion points that he caused directly led, Chelsea to lose or caused Chelsea to lose? So those questions still remain. The questions from last season still remain. Who will get the goals? You may say Liam Delap is in the building, but still, he is not accomplished. He doesn't have the pedigree yet. But one thing you can say is, okay, the window is still wide open. In fact, it's officially reopened a couple of days ago, so it's wide open. People, teams can still go on to strengthen the squad. Hopefully, Chelsea can still go on to strengthen their squad, especially with the talks of being linked to Malik Fofana, a player I like a lot, but still another young player. Bino Gittins, another player I like a lot, but still a young player that will come in and be raw, in my opinion. So, but it just seems like that's the direction that Chelsea will be heading. For me, if Chelsea can get an actual number 9, actual out and out, not just out, because Lab is an out and out number 9, a number 9 with pedigree, goal scoring pedigree, championship, league title winning pedigree, that would have really, been helpful. I think that would really push Chelsea to the next level. Let's see if Victor Osimhen can be done, because Chelsea and Osimhen just seem to float around in the same axis in this transfer window. Let's see how it shakes out. But speaking about this game, even with the players Chelsea does have at this minute, even if I don't think a lot of the issues have been solved, but I just think that Chelsea should have enough, to come away with a victory against Crystal Palace. I think it's a sort of a mirror of last season's opening. No, I think that was the second game. So going up against Crystal Palace, Chelsea should be able to get at least a goal more than Crystal Palace, so a 2-1 win. Come away from that game. Fulham will be a tough game. So for me, I'm looking at it, maybe 12 points from this fixture, and I'm being a bit generous, maybe 12 points. It'll be all be hard fought. 12 points, or no, I would say 13 points. All will be hard fought. I know people will look at Manchester United and say, "Oh, we're gonna trash Manchester United. They've had such a poor season." But before you get onto that sort of high horse at the minute, look at the business that are attempting to do. If by the time the season starts in October, starts in August rather, they've done the business that they are looking like they're going to do, then it's going to be a much tougher fixture than Chelsea fans anticipate. Mbuemo possibly would have been signed by then. Victor Gyökeres could be in the building by then. So that just changes the complexion of that game. So for me, hopefully, I'm just being optimistic. I'm a Chelsea fan. What can I do? But when I look at the signings made, not overly impressed, but support them all through. And I think she'll be able to get 13 points from a possible 15, in my opinion. So, wonder what some opinions are on this, release on the fixture list for this season, these first 5 games. What are your thoughts and opinions about it? Where do you even think Chelsea can finish, on the league table, on the league standings? And what players do you think Chelsea need to sign right now to take them to that point where they can actually compete for a league title and be confident going into games like this, and not just feeling it has to be hard fought? So, what thoughts and opinions, like to know in the comment section. Please subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell so you're notified each time a video comes on this channel, whether pre-recorded or live. And I'll see you on yet another video. So stay well, stay blessed. Bye bye.